Proportion. Definition of proportion. Proportion is an expression of two equivalent ratios. If we reduce both ratios to the simplest form, they will always be the same ratio. For example, Figure 1, Figure 2. Figure 1, ratio of apples, A to apples, B equal to 4:6. Figure 2, ratio of oranges, C to oranges, D equal to 2:3. Therefore, A:(B) equals 4:6 equals 2:3. C:(D) equals 2:3. So, A:(B) equals C:(D). Properties of proportion. If A:(B) equals C:(D), or A over B equals C over D, then AD equals BC, whereas B and D do not equal 0. If we consider ratio of 4:6 equals 2:3, or 4/6 equals 2/3, then we found that 4 times 3 equals 6 times 2. Example, find B in ratio of 15:B equals 5:32. Solution, from 15B equals 5/32. 15 times 32 equals 5 times B. B equals 15 times 32 over 5. B equals 96. So B equals 96. Example, find M in ratio of M minus 5:42 equals 3:7. Solution, from M minus 5 over 42 equals 3/7. M minus 5 equals 3 times 42 over 7. M equals 18 plus 5 equals 23. So M equals 23. Type of proportion. Proportion can be divided into two categories, which are direct proportion and inverse proportion. 1. Direct proportion means the proportion of two ratios which have same trend of relationship. Both ratios are increasing or decreasing in the same proportion. For example, rice fill up 5 kilograms are 180 baht. Rice 10 kilograms are 360 baht. Relationship of rice weight and price is in the same direction. Let's say when rice weight increases, price also increases. If rice weight decreases, price also decreases. Direct proportionality can be written as 5:10 equals 180:360, or 1:2 equals 1:2. 2. Inverse proportion means the proportion of two ratios which have opposite trend of relationship. Both ratios are not increasing or decreasing in the same proportion. For example, a car runs 60 kilometers in 1 hour, or the velocity of this car is 60 kilometers per hour. If we increase the velocity to 120 kilometers per hour, that means this car runs 60 kilometers in 1/2 hour. The relationship of velocity and time are in the opposite direction. Let's say if we increase velocity, the time used for running will decrease. Uses of proportion in occupation. There are many problems in occupation in daily lives that need to be solved by using knowledge of proportion. For example, ratio of cost, price to sale. Price is 7:8 if cost price is 350 baht. Find sale price. Solution, ratio of cost price to sale price is 7:8. If cost price is 7 baht, sale price will be 8 baht. So if cost price is 350 baht and sale price is P baht, we can write proportion as follows. Cost sale price equals 7:8. 350 P equals 7:8. 350 over P equals 7/8. 350 times 8 equals 7P. P equals 350 times 8 over 7. P equals 400. So if cost price is 350 baht, sale price will be 400 baht. Example, In a field trip, there are 2 teachers taking care of 40 students. If there are 120 students, how many teachers will be in this field trip? Solution: 2 teachers per 40 students. We define n teachers to take care of 120 students and can write direct proportion as follows. If teachers 2, 40 students equals teachers n 120 students, then 2 40 equals n 120. 2 over 40 equals n over 120. 2 times 120 equals 40 times n. n equals 2 times 120 over 40 equals 6. So we need 6 teachers to take care of 120 students. Example. Picture below shows gear A and B. Gear A has 20 cogwheels and rotation speed is 120 RPM. Gear B equals 12 cogwheels. Find the rotation speed of gear B, given that numbers of cogwheels are in inverse proportion to rotation speed. Solution: N1 represents numbers of cogwheels of gear A, and N2 represents numbers of cogwheels on gear B. V1 represent rotation speed of gear A, and V2 represent rotation speed of gear B. Numbers of cogwheels are inverse proportion to rotation speed. That is, N1 over N2 equals V2 over V1, or 20 over 12 equals V2 over 120. 20 times 120 equals 12 times V2. V2 equals 20 times 120 over 12 equals 200. So, gear B has 12 cogwheels and has rotation speed of 300 RPM. Exercise 1.4. Show procedures. 1. A rectangle has a ratio of length to width 4:6. If the length is 72 meters, find a perimeter of this rectangle. Width equals 48 meters.